Hi folks, I'm Sarah. Welcome to my channel where I'm posting an art video every day for the month of October. Today is day 9 of the Inktober 2018 drawing challenge and the word prompt for today is precious. So being that I have an animal theme going on, I thought about what animal would fit this prompt. And I started thinking of elephants, which are viewed as precious due to their ivory tusks, which is horrible, but then I also started thinking of baby animals, since I think all babies are precious and baby animals are no exception. So I came up with the idea of drawing a baby elephant. I'm using my Dr. P.H. Martin's coloured Bombay inks today and have swatched out the colours that I used to paint this picture with. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any more daily art videos, then why not subscribe and hit the bell icon too, so you'll know exactly when I upload the video. So I had a really nice image in my head for how I wanted this piece to look, and I began by filling in the background with a mixture of black and violet. Then I went on to the larger area of background and hit a bit of a problem. I thought I'd use the wet on dry method to allow me to leave the white rays of light coming in from the top left, but it ended up being a bit streaky, and I think what I should have done is use the wet in wet method to create a smoother background and then lift the lighter areas out with a tissue before it had dried. So that's something that I've learnt today. Lifting ink though can be tricky as it does dry fast, but the way I did it wasn't exactly what I had in mind either. Anyway, we had to work with it and I muddled through. I think one thing I could do now the painting is dry is to go over with either some coloured pencil or even something opaque like gouache to blend those streaky areas out. But being that this is an ink challenge, I've left it as it is for now, so all is not lost. And the rest of the background seemed to go okay after that, and I was particularly pleased with the way the rocks turned out that the elephant is standing on. It did take quite a few layers of black to get the dark value that I was after, but I really did enjoy painting these in and adding a little bit of light onto the top of the rocks once that was all complete. So with that done, it was time to move on to the elephants, and I began by putting in some black edges using my dip pen and neat black ink. I didn't edge around the areas of the elephants where the light was hitting them, just on the areas that were going to be in shadow. And this was a really fun part of the painting. I did an elephant for one of the prompts in Inktober last year and painstakingly drew all the lines and creases in the elephant's skin, and this year, being that I'm concentrating a bit more on colour, it made a nice change to paint my elephant like this with less line work. So if you want to check out my Instagram, I will leave a link in the description box. If you want to see last year's pictures, they're all on there still, as well as all the ones that I've done so far for this year. But back to today's little elephant, and as you can see, I've just used the same sort of method that I've used before by mixing my colours directly on the paper. So I've kind of used a mixture of the wet in wet and the wet in dry technique for this baby elephant here, and really enjoyed kind of dropping those colours in and watching them merge and mix on the paper. So I started off with neat black by his back legs and on the shadowed areas, and then just added some purple into the mix as well, and that gave some really nice kind of lighter areas where the sunlight is hitting the elephant, and also helps to make it look a bit more interesting. I did also add in some brown just on the top of his back, just to kind of make it look a slightly different colour where the light is coming through, and you can see that on his back. It was then time to go in and add a few more details to the pool or the water where the elephant is stepping into, and I just did that by using a fairly limited palette in the end. The reference picture that I'd looked at for this piece was a lot more detailed, and it had a lot more sort of greenery and foliage in the background, but as I went through I decided not to add that, just because I really liked the sort of the more simple colour palette, and so yeah, didn't add that. I guess maybe if I had, that would have covered up some of the streaky background, but in any case I chose to leave it out. Sometimes having less colour can actually be more effective in my opinion than having loads of colour. So once all the colouring was done, it was then just time to add a few highlights with my white gel pen. And I did try lifting up with my cotton bud, but it didn't work too well because the ink had already dried. But I thought this gave a nice little touch at the end. And then it was just time to take the tape off before this painting was done. So if you've enjoyed it, then please give this video a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel. And remember, I'll have another video out tomorrow as well, so look out for that. If you hit the bell icon, you will get a notification so you won't miss it. But let me know what you thought in the comments box, and I will see you all again tomorrow.